Sorry about that. My storage filled up on my phone, which I don't know why it was set to store on my phone and not my SD card in the first place, but whatever. You guys aren't coming to a balance. You're not, I forgot where I was at, but okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the descriptions. Read the descriptions of both of these cards. That way we can see if anything sticks out to you. If it does, feel free to comment and see what else comes up to me, because I completely lost my train of thought. I don't even remember where I was at now. Okay, so we got the Six of Swords. Where am I at? This is Swords. Okay. So, the Six of Swords, and I'm going to hold it up for you so you can look at it while I read it. Okay, so, the moment has arrived to distance ourselves, to face change, and to move towards new ideas and solutions. The Six of Swords forces us to change even orientation, to find new expedients and new solutions in order to avoid easy and predictable solutions that also bring dissatisfaction, stagnation, and instability. Advice of the Dead. Continue to row towards the voyage that you have decided to embark upon, bringing with you the weight of all the errors you have made, but that have enriched you and made you mature. Which is kind of ironic, because I almost pulled the card out because it was at the bottom of the deck, but I was like, no, I got that one this morning. I don't know if that's just because I did a spread of the day this morning, and one of the cards that came out was the Six of Cups, which the Six of Cups is all about, in that particular spread, was about coming to terms with the past things that have happened, regardless of whether or not that's things that you have done, things that have been done to you, and whether or not that is good or bad things, quote unquote. I mean, that's relatable. Regardless, energy in and of itself is neutral to begin with. It just is what we do with it. What we choose to have our intention as is during the action that we take. So in this morning's spread, which I'll link my Instagram page to it so you can go to that. I just started posting more things about spiritual stuff on there, so I mean there's random stuff on there too. It's my personal account. But where did that scratch come from? Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the Six of Cups, it's about coming to terms with your past. And to be honest, I'm just going to go ahead and look for it, because I want to show you guys. I don't know where it is now. I probably won't find it relatively fast, because let's be honest, nothing ever wants to go the way I want it to at that exact moment. And it was there, and it was there twice, and I saw it, and I just kept on shuffling, because I was like, no, I bet that's from this morning. Don't tell me you're going to be near the top. Which, this is the top, because they're facing me now, so this is the top. But and we're just going to find it, figure out which one it's next to, and we'll go from there after. And then I'll read the Empress after I pull these out. Where are you? Are you kidding me? Interesting. Okay. So, these are the cards. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, which is in front of the Six of Cups. So, right off the bat, I'm going to say that, again, some of you feel like you're balanced and some of you aren't. You're giving, see how in this one the cup is pouring into that one? You're giving yourself, you're giving your help, your time, your love, your energy to people. And they might not necessarily respect it, and they might not understand it. But in order to get to this Magician one, which was the one at the very top, this was the very top of the deck. In order to get to this part, which you have the ability to, you have these gifts, and right now, specifically right now, with the coming eclipses and this coming cycle that we're going into, you have the opportunity to awaken yourself, awaken your gifts and your abilities, and let them be known to everybody around you, what you can do and what you will do. So in this one, this is the Six of Cups, and then the other card, which was behind this one, underneath the Magician is going to be the Four of Cups, which, as you can tell, the Four of Cups, he's thinking, he's contemplating, he's, or she, they're contemplating, they're thinking about what's going on. They know that they need to do this. So actually, thinking about it now, I said it the wrong way. I apologize. So the Magician is where you're at. You're almost there. You have like you have the ability, and again, your gifts, the things that you can awaken, the things that you've been blocking out. You have the ability to unlock all of these things, and you need to be honest. The only way you're going to bring yourself to a state of union and a state of one with yourself is by reflecting on the things that you have done, which is what this is for. This is for reflection. This is telling you that you need to sit there and you need to reflect. You need to isolate yourself. You need to spend time with nature. You need to meditate. You need to just overall come into your own space. And in order to do that, you're going to have to remember things about your past. You're going to have to find all the different places, all the different people that you have connected to in your life. You know, the people that might not necessarily be here. Like, for instance, I know one relationship that I probably need to mend. However, with that being said, I don't want to go out of my way to do it because I'm not the one who hurt me. I'm not the one who made the friendship break. But with, again, that being said, I also was blind to the advice that they were giving me at the time. And I was blind to the help that they were trying to share with me and give me and put me in that section, like, you know, bring me to that point. So, in all honesty, I need to swallow my pride and I need to go talk to her. But I don't want to. And that's difficult because nobody wants to admit that they were wrong. Because admitting that you were wrong is being vulnerable. And being vulnerable, we've been engineered and taught from a very young age that to be vulnerable is to be a sissy or to be, I don't know how else to put it, but to, you know, to be a girl. Like, that's a saying. You hit like a girl, you cry like a girl, stop acting like a girl. Well, women have always been known to be emotional and chaotic. And the reason being is because we are so connected to the earth. So women watching this, even men that have high feminine energy, if you're able to, you know, look up at the sky and say, like in the morning, look up at the sky and be like, oh, today is going to be like this, or I can expect my energy to be like this today. That's not a bad thing. You need to harness those gifts and you need to focus on them and you need to meditate over them. That way you can look back into your past and then you can see all of the ways and all of the places that you have either been the saving force, like the light force, or the dark force in somebody else's life, because none of us are perfect. None of us are all light all the time. It just doesn't happen. It's impossible. If we were, that's like saying that we are at the God state. And to be honest, nobody here on this earth is ready to be at a God state. There might be a few people, but those are the people that have focused their energy for their entire lives, have been raised to be enlightened, you know, like the monks and all that stuff. The reason why the U.S. right now is struggling so much with spiritualness and the act of religion is because we've taken God out of our own religion. We've taken you know, the actual spirit of itself. We've taken it out of the context. We've removed it from our lives. That's why people have such a hard time with understanding and realizing that it's okay to pray to God on your own. It's okay to talk to him like he's a person. It's okay to listen to him. People these days pray for their health and pray for their love and pray for just their life in general, but they don't take the time to listen to him. They don't take the time to listen to his messages or the messages that he's been gifting us. Nobody takes the time for it. And then the select few of us that do, you know, I remember being younger. I remember listening to things and I remember being shown things, you know, before anybody else. I remember it was like 4th grade, 5th grade maybe. I remember the teacher handing a test back, and I was like, I don't remember either. It was, I thought we had already taken the test, or I thought he had already given the test back, and I'm like, why are you showing this again? Because I was like, no, this is what I got, blah, 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 blah. And sure enough, they came to give me my test, and that's what I got. Fast forward weeks and weeks later, I've got friends, or quote-unquote friends, you know, people that I grew up with, until my senior year of high school, or the summer before my senior year of high school, I went to school with the same people. I grew up with the same people. You know, like, our community where I lived was, despite the fact that there were so many freaking people, you knew everybody in your class. You know what I mean? Like, you knew everyone. And so I remember kids coming up to me being like, oh, well, who am I going to marry? And what's going to happen this time? And blah, 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 blah. Like, that's not how it works. But as a kid, you know, I didn't know any better. I was like, well, I can't see that. Or, you know, I thought it was cool because people were actually talking to me. They weren't being mean to me. And they weren't, you know, being little buttheads. Because let's be honest, kids are freaking buttheads. So the fact that I went from being a normal, innocent child at the height of my abilities, like if I would have started and I would have never blocked it out and I would have never given up, the chances of me knowing more and me completing the cycles and the way that I have in my life would not be the same. So it is what it is. You have to take everything into consideration when you're reflecting on your life. Everything that made you who you are. Because from the very beginning, we started out as a certain way. We started out as an innocent child with all of the ability to talk to our ancestors and to see our ancestors and to see the wonderful, pure things that this world holds and that this world, that just we've been so desensitized to. So you need to connect with that inner childlike self of you in order to move on and in order to become one. You have got to be one completely all the way with yourself, to and fro. And I realized I did not read any of those other messages. I apologize. I keep getting distracted and there's so many cars and people around and I do not like it. But I also don't have anywhere nice around my house to go and sit outside in the yard. These people bought the land behind us and they completely tore out all of my beautiful woods, like all of it. Like I used to be able to sit in my bathtub and I have two windows, right? One right here and one right here. And I used to be able to just sit in my bathtub and just look and see and hear the birds and to listen to the wind, and it was beautiful. And then they came in and built their long driveway for no reason and tore down a whole bunch of trees that honestly didn't need to go. But again, that's just me getting upset at the fact that somebody is taking away my nature when I have yet to connect and be grounded to it. See, that's projection. A lot of us are doing that. A lot of us are projecting it and we don't even realize it. So, that being said, I'm about to end this because I'm getting hot. My car does not have air conditioner. To be honest, I could just turn it on and like roll the windows up for a minute, but then I just get super, super hot again. So we're going to take a little break.